All right, Shalom. First and foremost, when we begin this, let's make giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to our brothers living worldwide. And the heart of Shalom to the believers out there who's believing on the words of Yahweh Shabbat Shai in truth and sincerity. It's your brother Dawadai coming to you with another lesson. Um, Title of this lesson is Nuclear Missiles Are in the Bible. So you have a lot of scoffers, man, who really don't believe on the words of Yahweh Shabbat Shai, and they don't believe that nuclear missiles are in the Bible. All right, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shabbat Shai, we're gonna go through precepts tonight and prove that. All right, so let's let me share this screen right quick. We're gonna start off in the book of Joel. Now I have an article and I have some information from Wikipedia, that we can go into, talking about these thermonuclear missiles, right? So this is the book of Joel. Salakia. Let's do it like this. All right. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord Yahweh shall cometh, for it is not at hand. And if you've been watching, if you've been, matter of fact, let's come back to me for a second. If you've been watching, if you've been paying attention to what's been going on, Trump did a tweet this morning talking about any Iran ships come near the U.S. ships, they are authorized to what? Fire upon them. All right. These are part of the prophecies that's going to come to pass. All right. Thus said Yahweh Shah. All right. So let's go back. This is Joel 2 and verse 2. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. So what is that talking about? It's not actually talking about people. All right, it's actually talking about thermonuclear missiles. And how do we know this? Because if it was talking about Israelites, all right, having spiritual power, it wouldn't have said not of a people of. Matter of fact, let's go back and get it. It wouldn't have said this right here. It wouldn't have said even to the years of many generations, because what, we're gonna have those new bodies. All right. So this whole thing is talking about thermonuclear missiles. All right. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, right? Yeah, and nothing shall escape them, right? Nothing is going to escape them. Why? Because that's those thermonuclear missiles, man. All right, a fire before them and a desolate wilderness after them. All right, that's clear. All right, going on. It reads, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run, right? So these things are what? Power. And Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, Barakathon, to the brothers and sisters on the comment board, throw out for joining in. Alright? Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble. As a strong people set in battle array. Yeah, this is thermonuclear missiles that Yahweh Shah is going to shoot at this place. All right. Before their face, the people shall be much pain. Yeah. Scriptures tell you how men's heart is going to fail them, right, for the things that's coming. All faces shall gather blackness. You see that? It's gonna be when they actually see those things. And hey, come, brother, I got that precept on deck. The water for sharing. Just like those people gonna see, they're gonna actually see these things coming, and they're not gonna be able to do anything about it. All right, going on. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. Right, and they shall march every one on his ways. You see that? So these thermonuclear missiles are not gonna break their ranks. Oh, there it is. And they shall not break their ranks. All right, they're not gonna be bumping into each other. All right, they're gonna be guided by Yahweh Shah. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Yeah, America defenses already know that they cannot handle when these missiles come in, right? They shall run to and fro in the city, and they shall run upon the walls. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Yeah, man. All right, and that's what Yahweh Shah has in store for this place. All right, he's gonna have a sword of destruction on Babylon the Great. All right, let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Let's pull it up. Salakia. Let's do it like this. Jeremiah chapter 50. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. Right? They shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty man, like a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Yet, what are those arrows? That's the ICBM missiles. All right. And Chaldea shall be a spoil, and all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord Yahweh Shah. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage. Who's the heritage of Yahweh Shah? Where's the Israelites? All right. Because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and the below as bulls. Right. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed, right? Who's going to be ashamed? Well, it's England that bore America, right? That's the one that came out of England. Behold, hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. You see that? A dry land and a desert. Because of the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Shah, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be woefully desolate, right? Every one that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and shall hiss at all her plagues. Yeah, these are the plagues that Yahweh Shah is going to send on this place. All right. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Yeah, all these nations are going to shoot at this place, man. All right. Scriptures tell you, matter of fact, let's get it. Scriptures tell you that they're gonna shoot at her and not spare any arrow. Matter of fact, there it is. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord Yahweh Shah. Right? Let's go to Revelation. Let's see. Let's go to Revelations 9 and 16. All right. This is Revelation chapter 9. Matter of fact, let me read verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter, right? So that first world war done passed, the second world war is past, and the third world war is coming. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are round about in the great river Euphrates. Now these angels are not bound. All right, they just waiting on the words of Yahweh Shah Shah. Matter of fact, let's prove that right quick. Let's go to Sirach, because these people want to say that uh they doing their own thing. Well, the scriptures don't say that. All right, let's see. I'm gonna make sure I'm sharing this. All right, let's share. All right. So this is the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39 and verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in the fury lay on such strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out the force and appease the wrath of them that made, and appease the wrath of him that made them. You see that? Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So when we read in Revelations, let's go back and share it, right? So when we read this in Revelation about these angels, right? This is Revelations 9 and 15. And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour. Matter of fact, 14. Saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. Yeah, these angels are just set there ready to do the beck and call of Yahweh Bashal Shai, right? And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. What is the third part of men? That's Esau Edom, right? And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, right? So that's 200 million. Now people trying to say, let's come back to me, right? People trying to say, well, it's not even 200 million missiles in the world, right? But what you don't take into account is the warheads that's on those said missiles. So I got this information right here. Let's stop this right quick and let's share this information. All right, this is from Wikipedia, and Lord willing, I'll be able to get some of you brothers' precepts. All right, let me make sure this is. All right, here we go. All right, it says multiple independent target re-entry vehicle, right? Or MIRV. Says a multiple target, a multiple independently target re-entry vehicle is a missile payload containing several warheads, right? Each capable of being aimed at a different target, aimed to hit a different target. The concept is almost invariably associated with intercontinental ballistic missiles. It is said it is associated with this, means it's made to go with this. So when we read in Revelations of those 200 million missiles, guess what? Those intercontinental ballistic missiles is going to be shot at this place, man. Right? Carrying thermonuclear warheads, even if not strictly being limited to them. By contrast, a unitary warhead is a single warhead on a single missile. An intermediate case is the multiple reentry vehicle, or MRV, missile, which carries several warheads which are dispersed but not individually aimed, right? It says only China, France, Russia, and the United Kingdom, Pakistan, and the United States are currently confirmed to possess functional MIRV missile systems. India and Israel are known or suspected to be developing or possessing MRVs, right? MIRVs, right? So, Let's read it down a little bit more. It says the purpose of these, right? Enhance first strike proficiency for target forces, right? So what's going to happen? There's going to be a first strike on this place. It's going to be taken out, right? Providing greater target damage for a given thermonuclear weapon payload, right? Several small or lower yield warheads cause much more target damage area than a single warhead alone. This in turn reduces the number of missiles and launch facilities required for a given destruction level, much the same as the purpose of a cluster munition, right? And that's an example of a cluster munition, all right? This is what Yahweh Shai has done. He said, well, he's created the smith to blow the coals in the fire, right? Let's see. It says, let's see, is there any more we can glean from this Wikipedia? It says mode of operation. In an MIRV, the main rocket motor or booster pushes a bus into a free light suborbital ballistic flight path after the boost phase and bus maneuvers using small onboard rocket motors and a computerized internal guiding system, right? And basically, they describing this right here, all right? So they shoot the missiles out, right? And it goes into the heavens. And as they come down in the heavens, they separate, right? This is the works of Yahweh Shah. All right. So let's go back to the scriptures. All right. And now we understand why it says what 200 million, right? 200,000, which is 200 million, right? Make sure I'm sharing this. Okay, good. It says, and the number of the army of the husband were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, right? And that's what more armies of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, right? And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having the breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of horses, right? And that power were the heads of lions, and out of the mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these was the third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouths. You see that? For their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents and had heads, and with them they do hurt. Matter of fact, I got this picture. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring this up. Right? Let's make sure I can share this. I have a vivid illustration, right? Let's make sure. Okay. Come on, baby. Work with daddy. We don't want that one. Is it this one? Says tail was like a serpent, right? Let me see if I can make this bigger. Alright. Okay. You bring it up. Alright, here we go. Alright. Okay, see that? Tail like a serpent, right? So when those missiles are shot, man, this is how our forefathers was able to describe these things, man. All right, tail like a serpent. All right, stop sharing it. Let's go back to the scriptures. All right, this is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 19. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt, right? And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold, and silver, and brass, and stone, and of wood, which neither can see, nor hear, nor walk. Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, right? At witchcraft. You know, this guy bugged out talking about you can eat some damn mushrooms, man. Man, it says, for their fornication, nor for their fornication, nor for their thefts, right? So these people are not going to repent. Why? Because it's not in them to repent. All right, Yahweh Shah want them to be destroyed by those thermonuclear missiles. All right, let's go to the book. Let's go to the book of Psalms. All right, let's go to Psalms 58. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison as like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Break their teeth, O power, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord Yahweh Shah. Yeah, we're asking Yahweh Shah to break their power structures, to break their laws. All right, and these things are what being done in effect right now. All right, and this is the point, verse 7. Let them melt away as waters which run continually, right? When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, right? What do they call matter of fact, come back to me right quick. What do they call lost nuclear missiles, right? Broken arrows, right? Let's go back. It says, let them melt away as waters which run continually, when he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows. Let them be cut in pieces, right? Let them be cut in pieces. As a snail which melteth, right? Let every one of them pass away, like the untimely birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun. Yeah, man. When all these missiles gonna hit, it's gonna be they ain't gonna know what to do. All right, they're gonna. Scriptures I already told you in blackness, right? Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 5. All right, and the point I believe is in verse 19 through 26. But we get in the context right here. This is Job 20 and 5. It reads that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, right? That's what Esau doing with his space force, right? Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. All right, so now we understand the context. This is talking about the wicked. All right, let's jump down to verse 19. Because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away an house which he builded not. Right? Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Yeah, he's going to be in a hard place, right? Every hand of the wicked shall come up upon him, right? And when he is about to fill his belly, right, when he's about to crown his new world order, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain upon him while he is eating. What he's going to rain upon him? He shall flee from the iron weapon. What's that iron weapon? That ICBM missiles, that thermonuclear fire, right? It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. See that? That's what talking about the thermonuclear missiles in the scriptures, man. All right, let's go to the book of Isaiah, and it's all over the scriptures, man. All right, Isaiah chapter 9. Let's start at verse 2. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. Yeah, the Israelites, we walked in darkness here in this place, man. And what? We've seen the light of Yahweh Shal Shai. He's granted unto us. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death. Yeah, we're in the land of the shadow of death right now. Right? Upon them have the light shine. Thou hast multiplied the nation and has not increased the joy. They joy before thee according to the joy in harvest, and as men rejoice when they divide spoil. Yeah, when we get some, that's why we praise the Lord, right? For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden, and the staff of his shoulder, and the rod of his oppressor, as in the day of Midian, right? For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, right? And garments rolled in blood, but this shall be of burning and fuel of fire. Yeah, this is going to be a, a, a battle like no other, man. All right? And it's clear thermonuclear missiles are all through the scriptures. All right? And you got eyes to see and ears to hear. Let's go to Malachi 4, right? Malachi 4 and 1, right? And the water, brother, I definitely got second answers on deck. So this is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as a oven, and all the proud, yeah, and all they and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, right? Saith the Lord Yahweh shall of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Right? So what's gonna be doing that? It's those thermonuclear missiles. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and go to second Ezra's. Because these are what? Prophesied. These are the plagues that Yahweh Shah is gonna bring upon this place. Right? So let's go to second Ezra's chapter 15. Salaki chapter 16. We're gonna start at verse 5. Let me make sure I'm sharing this. Alright. So this is second Ezra's chapter 16 and verse 5. You know what? Let's go ahead and start at verse 1. 16 and 1. This is, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry. for your destruction is at hand. A sword is set upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is set among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? So yeah, this thermonuclear missiles are a plague of Yahweh Shah. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may any one quench the fire and stubble when it have begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. Who is that strong archer? Where is Yahweh Bahashai Shai? Alright? The mighty Lord Yahweh Bahashai Shai senteth the plagues. And who is he that can drive them away? Yeah, who's going to be able to drive these away? Well, guess what? It's nobody. Alright? It says, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He casts lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Right? The Lord Yahweh shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord Yahweh shall shout, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, right? They're not going to break their ranks, right? When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So, come on, let's go back. What do we know that can be shot from the ends of what bow and arrow can be shot from the end of the world? Well, guess what? That's basically describing us thermonuclear missiles being shot from these different countries to this place. All right, let's go back. It says the earth, Slack verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon earth. Right? Matter of fact, let's see if we can pull that that visual up again. Let's see in Wikipedia. Right? When they coming back down into the earth. Right? Here we go. Right? Being shot into the atmosphere, and now they coming down from heaven, like that rain, right? Like the rain that those when those people were told of Noah that it was going to rain for those 100 plus years, and they didn't believe. And then when those first drops of rain started to hit their head, what? Then they started to believe. But guess what? It was just too late, right? It's too late because Yahweh Shai is what told them, right? Hey man, scriptures are real, man, and it's surely being played out today. All right, let's go. You pull this back up, and the water for tuning in. Let's go to the book of Second Peter. All right, chapter 3. We'll start at verse 10. All right, because thermonuclear missiles are all through the scriptures. Really, this site cannot be reached. Let's refresh it. And this, okay, here we go. This is what Esau do sometimes. He'll send things through your web and cause it to crash. Sometimes it's called DDoS, where he floods your information and cause your particular server to run slow or not work at all. So this is Second Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord Yahweh Shah will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Well, what's going to do that? What's hot enough to melt things, man? Right? What's hot enough to melt the elements of those thermonuclear ICBM missiles? Right? Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Right? Talking about these scriptures. Right? Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the Lord, so like it, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Right? What's hot enough to melt the elements with fervent heat? Right? And the brother got the precept, Zakar, a Tazawan, right? This is Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes, right, shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So what's that, man? It's thermonuclear missiles, man. All right, the Yahweh Shah is going to send this plague upon this place. All right, and blessed are your eyes for you see, and blessed are your ears for you hear. All right, because you got guys out there right now talking like there's no missiles in the scriptures, man. It's plainly, precept upon precept, we can plainly see that thermonuclear missiles are in the Bible, man. All right, these guys want to talk about volcanoes. All right, yeah, Yahweh Shah can do that, but he's want to use the devices of the wicked to destroy them, man. All right, let's go here to Ezekiel, right? Ezekiel, and this is what awaits 2/3 of our people, right? Because they become as dross, right? They're unprofitable, they're unfruitful, right? So this is Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 20. Make sure I'm sharing this. Okay, cuz. It says, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. You see that? So that's what Yahweh Shah melted 2/3 of our people, man. All right, it's plain and clear, right? Verse 22: as silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Shah. Salaki, and ye shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh Shah, have poured out my fury upon you. See that? So guess what? It's Yahweh Shah who's setting these plagues. All right, let's go to Zephaniah chapter 3. All right, this is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. Therefore wait upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh Shah, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Right? So it's not going to be the entire inhabited earth. It's just going to be certain places it's going to be on fire. Mainly here in Babylon, right? AKA America. And the place in Israel is going to be destroyed for all their wickedness. All right? And matter of fact, let's go to Psalms, right? Let's go to Psalms 91. And once again, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Karkadas, Barakatah to the brothers and sisters on the coming, boy, Shalom. Let's share this right quick. Let's go to Psalms 91. Because this is what King David, right, which was a prophet, he seen these arrows being shot too, right? So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, and we might as well just start at the top and keep going. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. What's the secret place of the Most High? Where is this truth? I will say of the Lord Yahweh Shai, He is my refuge and my fortress. My power in Him will I trust. Right? The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous running into it are safe. Right? Paraphrasing. Verse 3. Surely He shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler. Who is the fowler? It's the Esau. And from the Northland pestilence, right? That's the pestilence that's going on right now, right? He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall thy trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler, right? Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow, right, that flieth by day. What's the arrow that flieth by day? It's those thermonuclear missiles, right? That's the arrow that flieth by day. All right, going on. It reads, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. You see that? 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Right? Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Yeah, we seeking the Lord while He may be found. Right? We making Him our habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling. Right? Plague as far as pestilence, and plague as far as these thermonuclear missiles. Right? For He shall give His angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the outlaw, the young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under thy feet. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. What are these guys talking about, man? You don't have to know the name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Right? The salvation of Yahweh Shah, man. Alright, so when those thermonuclear missiles are coming down, he's going to be lifting up the elect out of this place. Matter of fact, Salakia. Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Matthew. Right? Matthew 24. I believe it's 37. Let's see. Bear with me. Matter of fact, let's go red letter. Alright. This is Matthew. Make sure I'm sharing this. Chapter 24 and verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the sign of the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Right? So as those thermonuclear missiles are coming down, Yahweh Shai is gathering his elect. Alright? And it's plain nuclear missiles are in the Bible. So let's go to the comment board. See what we got. It's the brother uh, Zakar Tazawan, right? Jeremiah 51 and 1. It says, Thus saith Yahweh, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. That's right, brother. That destroying wind, that thermonuclear fire, right? And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan. I think it's more to that. Let's go get it. Let's go get Jeremiah 51. So this is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 2. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, right? And shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. And against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. And against him that lifteth up himself in his brigadine, and spare ye not her young men. Destroy ye utterly all her hosts. Right? And that's what Yahweh Shai gonna do, man. He's gonna take them out. Alright? Let's see what else we got. We got those. Alright, let's go to this one right here. Same brother. Zakar Taza, I just pronounced that. Tazayawan Salakia. It's second Ezra 15 and 41. Fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the city walls, right? Mountains and hills, tree and the wood, grass of meadows, and their corn. And they shall go steadfast unto Babylon and make her afraid. Right? That's what Yahweh Shai is going to do. Alright? That's pretty much it. So that's going to be it for the lesson. Lord willing, it's been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring worldwide. And a hearty shalom to the believers out there who's believing on the words of Yahweh Shai in truth and in sincerity. Lord willing, coming next you with another lesson. Till the next time I say shalom.